Welcome back to another episode of Kicking It with the Brothers. It's your co-host Mike Lofton, and our boys are here. First place boys, the Barca boys, as I call them, and unfortunately, my second place brethren for the first time since August. We are not in first place. Our fellow gunnermen.
Hold on. It's the first time in about a decade because y'all wasn't in second place in a long time.
My fellow brethren, my boy X, new gunner in his journey. But we're going to dive into the Arsenal City matchup in a little bit. But as always, we are starting the pod as long as they are in first place. And now that they are playing on Thursdays, something new for you, Charles. Something new for you. Barca 2, Man United 2 at the Camp Nou this past just a few hours ago. For those folks, we are recording on Thursday, February 16th. Proper match, I would say. But here we go. Why did your man Chavi mess with the lineups? I think Deion had some thoughts on that. But Charles, why don't you go ahead and get it started, brother?
I very much believe in my manager. I'm just very, very disappointed. I literally went back and looked through all of our squads from since post World Cup. Jules Koundé started one game so far at since the new year at center back. Ronald Araujo has started one game at right back since the beginning of the new year. I just feel like we didn't even have a chance. Like I feel like very rarely do I put the game off on the manager, but starting off the tactics like that is just awful. Then Pedro got hurt. It's bad. And while I do not like this experience, it's going to be a quick trip if they don't get it together because it was bad, and even then we still should have won. But I just think we were talking in the group chat the other day that Big Ron had one of the best games of his life last week, and you take that player and you put him out on the right back. It would make sense if he was going to be there to take out Rashford, but Rashford played through the middle. Didn't even make sense. He was out there running with fucking Jadon Sancho for no reason. So annoying.
Sancho stinks. That's all I gotta say.
Deion, what were you surprised about? Obviously, you in your Barca journey, were you kind of mad that he switched it up and didn't seize the opportunity to just stick with what's been going on?
Nah, I feel what Charles said, but I thought it worked in the first half. I thought Barca dominated the first half, to be honest. Man U without Dembele, Man U's better equipped for when the chance comes to actually take advantage of it. But Barcelona created a million fucking chances in the beginning of that game. They just weren't able to finish. So it is what it is. I think Barcelona's clearly a better team, but shout out to Casemiro and Rashford. They were probably the two best players on the pitch.
Yeah, game definitely changed once Pedro got hurt though. We lost that little ounce of control that we had for those first. That first 60 minutes.
Is he better than Frankie? I know the answer to this, but I just want to hear you say it.
I think Pedro gets to be Pedro because Frankie's behind him.
Maybe Frankie gets to be Frankie because Pedro's in front of him.
I didn't ask you if Tyreek. He didn't ask you if Tyreek Hill is good just because of he has Patrick Mahomes.
I think Frankie De Jong is I will say it till I'm blue in the face. I think Frankie De Jong box to box is the best midfielder in the world. Box to box for what he's asked to do.
Well,
box to box.
He wasn't going to any boxes today. That's the problem. There's no boxes he was in today.
He's the pivot. He's playing the pivot, and he played well. I thought Frankie actually played well.
Yeah, he played all right.
There were some people that played awful. I don't know. Marcos Alonso hasn't played. Hasn't started a game literally I don't think he started since we've come back from the World Cup. His dad died last week, and you throw him in a fucking game like a moron. That was so stupid. I'd have preferred they put Eric Garcia.
But he got you a goal though.
Center back. That doesn't.
But
matter.
He
gave up a goal. He gave up the goal. Rashford ran by him, so that cancels out.
Goal. That goal was lucky as fuck.
Yeah,
That goal was soft.
You got to be there in the right time. I mean, we'll talk about some lucky goals here in a couple minutes.
I'm so sick of a player being dog shit for a game and then scoring once, and we have to pretend he played good. I'm so sick of that.
Maybe we're going to talk about that in a few minutes, too.
Rafinha did that, definitely. Rafinha definitely did that.
Rafinha was
Lewandowski, yeah. He's not doing anything. Like Lewandowski, we got like as Deion told me, I was prohibited to. I was actually allowed to say as we had to workshop it a little bit. He's an Oktoberfest merchant. Like he's only doing doing this in the big game. Like, he ain't showed up in a lot of games this year. We had to workshop it, but he ain't showed up in a lot of big games. Like he's been busting Majorca's ass, but he ain't really, And I just need more from him. Like, yeah. I say all that, and at the same time,
what you can. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, Deion.
I was gonna say Germany defines you based off what you bring to the table. In World War II, Lewandowski would have been at the front lines. Put it that way. They would not be protecting him.
They said Lewandowski in the vanguard.
Man, he gets opportunities though, and but a lot of these chances that Deion was talking about are chances that I've seen you doing that shit to Stuttgart. I seen you doing that shit to Hannover 96. What's up?
He doesn't like playing against players whose like family members have rights in their home country.
Not impressed players.
Well, listen, RL9, but y'all, well, let's go up to that while we're with him. So Deion threw me off for a second in the chat that we have with Carter and our United friends. But the question, let's just address it right now. Is RL9 a product of the team around him compared to when we're comparing him and Harry, and Harry is more of a ceiling raiser than Lewandowski?
Harry's better than this, man. Look,
is
Harry out there with a bunch of us?
Charles, I think it was pretty clear last year. Fellow Golden Boot winner from the Premier League, and who we think is the best player at Tottenham at their top form, Sonny. But however, I mean, Sonny hasn't been showing up this year, right? So Harry is keeping Tottenham at 56.
I think that's been management, but I think Sonny's dip is completely tied to Conte, but that's a whole other issue. They play wing backs. He cannot play with wing backs. It makes no sense. Like that's a whole other issue. Sonny cannot play with wing backs. They're in his space. They're in the way. Perisic is further forward than he is. It's not like it's no.
Listen, we might need to have a convo on him again.
Son?
No,
not my uncle on fam.
Yeah, your name in the phone might be changing here soon.
Oh, jeez.
He just be out there.
Perisic is uncle.
Peloton Perisic. He just be out there.
Speaking of Peloton, shout out to our guy and his the black tee, the chains looking right. Yes, sir. X, you got a chance to see Barca today. What are your thoughts? Like, you like their style of play compared to, because you watch a lot of United. So
I like watching Barcelona style of football, but it's hard for me to gauge just how great they are because the lack of competition in La Liga. And then when they go up against real teams, I mean, they got their shit handed to them in the Champions League. They had their hands full today against Manchester. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, they're good, but I don't know I don't know how serious to take them. You know what I'm saying? They're doing it against the Real Sociedad, total population 40,000. Somehow they're fielding a soccer team. So against them, they're fantastic. They're fucking and what mixtape.
He said
running water, electricity, and like good Wi-Fi.
It's Sociedad.
I don't know.
Smaller than Ohio State's campus. Wow. Go ahead.
I'm just ready to talk about real football, real teams that matter, real competition. You know what I'm saying? So
sure.
Real competition. Like who?
We're in this.
Like us, bro.
Stop it.
We gotta
Stop it.
get you sleeping on the game in hand, but whatever. It's all right.
Oh no. Let's before we get there.
No. Whenever teams start becoming games in hand FC, you know they're down bad. Games in hand FC.
Hey, listen.
No team in the EPL's ever lost a game when they have it in hand until it actually is played.
Man, listen. All right, so we are. Dang it! You just segue this dude to get going.
No, let them get their hate out.
First off,
Michael
Michael Nketiah, he ain't got to segue nothing.
I know.
Yo,
I didn't come here to
like
slander
Deion have
Arsenal.
been waiting for months.
Speaking of being better in the box,
I did.
Nketiah. I'm
Deion
different.
has been waiting for months to point to Arsenal and say, "Ha, look, your title race is bullshit." But it's really not, right? It don't feel good right now, losing 3-1. But when you take a step back, it's like it's a two-team race. Nobody worried about Manchester United. Nobody worried about no fucking bum-ass Hotspurs. Nobody worried about fucking Newcastle. It's a two-team race. Now,
It's a
would I
one-team
say
race?
that it's 55-45 City right now? Yeah, absolutely.
It's a one-team race, and it's a 4-team race for the other 3 spots, and you boys are in that one.
Nah.
It's time to start looking below, brother.
Let me get my thoughts off real quick on the match. As I was.
Oh, you got it, Nketiah?
Thank you. I appreciate the
Make sure
blessing.
you stay up the middle.
Hey, like I said, speaking of being better in the box, being better in the middle.
I do got some Arteta slander when ML's done.
You have Arteta slander.
I do. Oh, I can leave with it. Look.
Why don't you go first, and then I'll
But he has been extremely rigid the last few games, right? And Nketiah is what he is. He's a good, not great, but he's a good finisher. But we've been beaten or we've been given difficulties with the same style of play, right? These teams, they sit in a low block and they trust that we don't have the creativity in the final third to create legitimate shots. They're like half chances. They're not real scoring chances. And like, to tell you everything you should know, the last 2 matches, Nketiah and Martinelli didn't connect for a single pass between the two of them.
Yeah, that's not good.
That's your left winger, you know what I'm saying? And that's your center forward. And they haven't connected on a pass in 2 matches?
Yeah.
But why is that? Martinelli, we know he's a selfish style of player. But when you saw him play next to Jesus, they were able to run a 2-man game. And he showed a little bit more creativity and willingness to pass the ball up because he trusted that he would get it back. And Nketiah's not that guy, right? Nketiah's not creating opportunities for anybody, and he's not creative. So it's just a bunch of people just going one-on-one, and it's not like, when's the last time Martinelli had a good shot on goal?
It's been a few games, but that is that right?
So
that's fair.
Why did you bring on Trossard? Yeah, he's not physical, but he is creative. He is an unselfish player. Allow him to. He's great when he has the ball at his feet. He can maneuver in tight spaces. If they're going to sit in a low block, Trossard is exactly the type of player that can create chances for you. Why have you not started him? And when you bring him in for Martinelli, at that point it becomes a like-for-like sub. Switch shit up, right? Look at all our substitutions. It's always a like-for-like sub. So we're maintaining the same style of play. Switch it up. Do something because the shit's clearly not working. And if you got the likes of fucking Everton walking us down in the midfield, like, switch it up. And that's my frustration with Arsenal the last 4 or 5 games.
Just real quick, because I forgot the 11. Did Odegaard play?
Look, Odegaard played like shit. I'm not gonna hold you. He played like shit. You know what it is? And look, I'm gonna say, Xhaka, whatever happens, he might be cooked.
He stinks.
You've been cooked.
He doesn't stink, but he's not. It's just if Partey's not out there to kind of break the lines and advance the ball himself, he doesn't have the speed to do that, right? And so I knew we were in trouble. I wanted Tomiyasu to start. I put that in the group chat. I want Tommy to start because I didn't trust Zinchenko. I thought they were going to kick balls deep over his head, and we were going to get cooked in that corner. We started Tommy, but then on the other side, you sat Ben White. I didn't understand that, right? And so now Zinchenko's still out. Oh, go ahead, Dion.
I was going to say, because I was curious how you wanted it to look. I thought you put Tomiyasu in the left back spot where Zinchenko is, and you play Zinchenko where Partey normally is.
That's what I wanted to do.
I wanted Zinchenko to play where Xhaka plays.
Gotcha. And you wanted Xhaka not to play at all.
And then at that point,
you wanted to drop Xhaka and then start Jorginho?
Yes.
We would have been super in trouble defensively, which we ended up being. But
when you have Jorginho out there and Xhaka, they're gonna get fucking ran down by anybody.
You're talking about in terms of pace.
And yes, in terms of pace. And if you look at that, we had trouble advancing through the midfield. And because with the press, they weren't able to just run through it the way Zinchenko can, then we just ended up kicking it long. And they're like, go ahead, kick it long. Like, who's gonna out physical us in the final third? Fucking Eddie Nketiah? Nah. You know what I'm saying?
But that's the final third, though, X. And just not to actually, I don't think anything of what you're saying is wrong. And I mean, did he get the tactics messed up? I mean, yeah, we could say that
You say that for the last 5 years.
Come on, relax. We're having a serious football conversation.
That's aggressive. That's ridiculous.
About 4 minutes.
We did have. The problem is this: we did have 63% possession, but that's because of what Pep wanted us to do.
He allowed us to have that possession.
That's what I'm about to get at, and I don't think that's on. But also, it's a team that thrives in terms of possession. Our issue is that we aren't good enough in terms of creating chances right now without Jesus, or if we're not playing, or if we're playing a top side. Like United, the reason why we were able to beat them, I'll be honest with you, is Casemiro couldn't play. And then we got fortunate. Now, I'm not going to say City got fortunate because we didn't have Partey, but the issue goes to this of where
Partey's our most important player. He's not our best, but he's our most important player.
Well,
he might be the best.
I think he is the best player. And then Jesus is number 2.
Our best player this year has probably been Odegaard or Saka, but most important Partey, he's the most important.
Most informed, but
I know it ain't Buddy on the right.
Well, yeah. Cool. Well, calm down. Calm down. That's ridiculous.
Sancho's brother.
I see the mispids. that's just.
And if we being real, wrong. Fucking Pep is extremely disrespectful by playing homeboy at fucking left back, and he's just like, yo, I don't respect y'all, like y'all pussy. And we was like, you right, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? When Pep talk, we be quiet, but when he leave, we be talking again. You know what I'm saying? Like he chunky. Like you gotta be willing to fucking. And I think you're gonna see more rotation moving forward because you just have to.
Yeah.
Are we done talking about second?
No, because we need to address.
That's part of the problem. We are rotating.
What's the part of the problem?
What's part of the problem? When's Gabby coming back, man? What's his timetable?
They're saying mid-March. Mid-March.
I would estimate end of March. But, I mean, we got Vieira in there, right? Vieira in there. Like, look, I get it, bro. I get it.
Your cohesion is your key. You cannot rotate your squad because your cohesion is your key to everything. You don't have enough talent to man for man these people and like outman these people, like out talent most of these teams. Your cohesion is your superpower this year. The fact that you were all pushing in the same direction is what your superpower is. It's not your overwhelming talent.
But I don't agree with that because
we do need fresh legs.
When Nketiah came in, right? Instead of playing more through the middle, we played
you're
more
talking about. What I'm saying is your squad's not 16, 17 deep, even if you're rotating one or two people.
No, I agree. We're in full agreement. But we do have players that you can put in there, and especially now that we brought in Trossard, like we should give him a chance to start, and we should.
Trossard should start though. No. He should be starting though.
Let's not be.
Martinelli should be the striker.
Martinelli needs to go to the middle. Trossard needs to go to the left. Saka needs to go to the right.
Honestly,
he just needs a break. It's because we got you up too.
Honestly, when Richarlison's backup comes back, you should probably keep it that way too.
Come on, dog. Did you not see how good he was? Deion, like that's not about the World Cup, but that's Brazil. That's different. Like, see your boy Richarlison. I don't know, but look at your boy's stats in the Prem. Your boy's stats in the Prem stinks. Like Richarlison stinks.
Look, Jesus is not very good. If you think of Jesus as a traditional 9, he's not because he can't finish. But Saka and Martinelli have so many more actual fucking scoring chances because of Jesus. So he's just a different kind of player, but he's fucking amazing. You know what I'm saying? To say that he hasn't been amazing or he wasn't amazing, that's just that's.
I think that's
With
first off,
Tony,
that's part of the Arsenal problem is nobody in your team is actually amazing. Like
he's
that's
not.
kind of like
Saka's
that's,
amazing.
yeah.
Saka's
That's why
amazing. Come on.
that's why you can't. That's why you lose. It seems like Man City because nobody like
No.
they have actual amazing players, and you guys have a
Odegaard
like
is
very very good. No, he's not. He's
Odegaard.
not. He's not.
not last
He's
game.
not.
Not last game.
Do they have more world? Okay, you're not. Do they actually have more? They have more world class players, and that's for sure. For sure, that's not what.
Look who you comparing this to. Fucking
To me,
City. Like, I mean,
Is that the? You just said it was a 2-man race, so that's the only thing we should compare you to.
no, but what I'm saying is, if you're gonna look in comparison to City,
We don't play them every week though, and that's what. And
That's
you know that.
But it's the
So,
only
Charles,
team that matters. That's the only team that matters. What are we talking about here?
the only
about-
team
are we
that matters when we have
Now
to
we're
play.
not. Are we talking about? Are we talking about
No,
the City
sir.
Arsenal game?
No
What are we
disrespect.
talking
Yeah,
about?
let's go back to City.
I'm
Arsenal
using
game.
this. I'm using that as
Should
a
we
reference.
compare y'all to Everton?
But look,
Pep-
but in fairness, when Pep
We
Pep
made it
was
horrible.
with his lineups against these other bum squads. But who did he play against us? He played his best fucking 11. You know what I'm saying? And he got cute with the positions, but no, he didn't play his best, his strongest 11.
So this is what I wanted to talk about.
Okay.
That boy is desperate as hell for anything. Pep. Like, this is what I wanted. That was my takeaway from the game. Yeah, they might have beat Arsenal. Yeah, they might win the Premier League. As a whole, I think the Premier League's taken a dip. Credit to Arsenal for not doing that. But, like, look at the other big clubs. They've all taken a dip. That boy is desperate.
Except for United, though, Deion. I think we have to talk about they've raised their play.
I don't give a fuck about them losers. But Bernardo Silva at left back is desperation. Like, everything he's doing is like, the big Norwegian can't do shit, so I need to put as many playmakers on the field as possible to make up for the fact that we got a dude on the pitch that literally can do nothing besides shoot the ball. And so it reeks of desperation. Everything he's doing every single game reeks of desperation. Rico Lewis was balling, and now all of a sudden he just doesn't play because he can't go forward in the manner that a damn center attacking mid can. So we'll play him at left back. Bernardo should have got sent off in the first half. Like, the fact that he didn't get sent off was ridiculous. He has no idea what he's doing in that position. Pep, like, his whole mannerisms, I'm not saying, like, I don't think he's fearful of the Premier League, like, with all due respect. Like, they played, like, dog shit, and now they're in first. But, like, it reeks of, like, we can't win the Champions League. We're not going to get a treble, and, like, I don't know what to do, so I'm just going to try a bunch of random shit and hope something sticks to the wall.
But so in fairness, Deion, do you think that once the Champions League picks up, that obviously they're going to prioritize Champions League over the Prem? Don't you think that brings them maybe a little bit down to earth to where then, maybe they don't completely run away with it? Maybe he makes certain lineup decisions that kind of keep us in it till the end, and then once Jesus comes back, then hey, we just we got to punch his chance.
So I don't think they're going to prioritize Champions League over the Prem. I think that stunt that the Premier League pulled, where now they're talking about like sanctioning them.
Okay.
I think that's the best thing that ever happened to City. This looks like a group that wants to give a giant fuck you on the way out the door to the English Premier League. They're probably not going to win next year. Like, there's something, like, even if they can win the Champions League next year, like, they're going to get points deducted, or they're going to have an inability to do transfers, or something's going to happen to them next year. And I think that stunt that the Premier League pulled is probably the worst thing that ever happened to you guys. Unless they take points this year, obviously.
And at the same time, they got Leipzig right now, though.
The best thing for City.
They're playing Leipzig, though.
Yeah, bro. I don't know if we're going to talk about it. I'm not convinced they can beat Leipzig next
We're going to talk. We definitely are talking about. We'll have predictions here in a little bit. I thought Pep, it was a very simple case of mentor versus mentee and the master versus the apprentice. He wanted them to have
Did y'all
possession.
think City played better than you? Like, truthfully?
Um,
Because I didn't.
The second
I
half.
don't. The first half, I actually thought we were the best. I thought, I'm like, oh my god, we actually are better than them. In the first half, I thought we were better than them. I'm not talking about that game. I'm like, no, we actually have the best team in the Prem. I thought we came to play because that was their best 11, and we didn't even have partake because it actually should have. And Nketiah missed 2 chances that like your Ollie Watkins or your Calvert-Lewins would make. Like, I'm talking headers from the 6 yards out, and they are going wide or high. And I did not understand it, and nobody was around them. They are actually balls that were delivered there. We lost the match on 3 mistakes, and it's because they have players, as Charles said, that are fucking ruthless, and because of their press. They had a press that was on there. What they did was like, we're not actually worried about you pressing you in the midfield. We pressed you in the back because we still think that you can't play from the back how we can play from the back. And City was like, no offense, I mean, obviously, all due respect to Barcelona, like they play from the back. They are the ones that like created it. And Pep took that to City. Arsenal has tried to do that. We're just not there yet because some of our guys, their buttholes are a little too tight. And we still have the youngest team in the Prem. He allowed them to have the ball in the midfield, and they pressed it back. KDB, you see he just, what he did, press. Then he goes, all right, one touch, boom, bang, goal.
Don't.
He
That is
did.
such a generous way to describe that goal. Tomiyasu fucking stinks.
Because of the press. He doesn't stink. The press was there.
He doesn't stink. There's a million things that he could have did there. Head it out of bounds, kick it out of bounds, any number of things. He chose little, and he put just little enough pace to where fucking he put Ramsdale in fucking no man's land. If he put more pace on that, then Ramsdale scoops it up, he holds on to it. Yeah. But it was such a limp dick kick that it was just perfect enough for KDB. And then Gabriel should have been running with him. He let him run by him. It was a comedy of errors. But look,
Three of them.
City didn't play anywhere near their A game. They probably played a B- game. Gave us an opportunity to attack with Silva out there. Saka was just going at him and creating opportunities. But once he realized that with Partey out, we would not be able to play out of the back and we would not be able to break their line of pace, it was over at that point. Because then now all of their possession was in our half, and at that point it was going to be inevitable. You know?
We're not healthy. We're not healthy
no
either.
A game with Buddy with the ponytail on the pitch. They have no A game with him out.
And low key, he didn't. He still. Yeah, he had a good shot. But he wasn't out there fucking like he wasn't the reason that we lost.
Not at all. He actually kept us in the match. To be honest,
what I'll say is this: fucking technical football aside, you guys are right. The moment was too big for us. Because
I agree with that, and that was tough.
Mistakes, and that's the difference between somebody that's been there before and hasn't been there before. A team that's been there before doesn't make those mistakes, but you can see how fucking jittery, how hesitant we were. We were afraid to commit to runs. We were afraid to commit on defense, tackle, and they took advantage. And if you play scared against City, they're gonna expose you. So ultimately, Deion saying it was right. We were not ready for that moment. And that's the most hurtful thing. If
I agree.
Technical reasons, the main reason why we committed those mistakes, go again. But nah, bro, we handed them fucking goals because we pissed down our leg, and that's why that fucking loss hurt so much. You know what I mean?
I agree with that.
It's a classic Arteta team thing to do. That's just what Arteta does.
That's soccer, though. That's the difference between good teams and great teams in soccer, though. You make mistakes, and motherfuckers are going to punish you. That's what makes the Bayern teams of the last couple of years so great. Is you make a mistake on them, they're going to punish you.
And champions, right? That champions DNA. We'll get it once we get in predictions. We'll talk about where we think things are going to fall. Let's move on to another match. Good discussion right there, fellas. Appreciated that. PSG, actually, great transition. Thank you, Charles. PSG and Bayern. Is it over for PSG in this competition? That's our first question. And then is it over for PSG, like the experiment with some bullshit? So let's go with the first one. Actually, X, you look like you're ready to go with it. Let's go X and then Charles.
One will answer the first one. I'm so sick of fucking PSG. Like, I'm tired of watching them. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can have one motherfucker that stands around without the ball. They got 3. So I'm watching them, right? Because I'm like, yo, this is going to blow my fucking socks off. And then I'm watching them, and then it's like when you watch Messi against Argentina, everybody else does the heavy lifting, so Messi can afford to walk until it's time to be Messi. But you got Messi, you got Neymar, you got fucking Mbappe, who all do the same shit, and their midfield isn't good enough to pick up that slack. So it's like, yo, I'm tired of watching them play. Like, it's horrible fucking football with occasional fucking flashes of brilliance. But I think it's over for PSG, and they got to get rid of one of them, and it's probably Neymar, I would guess.
If they get rid of Neymar, then they lose Messi. Neymar and Messi are tied at the hip.
I think Messi's out there into Miami. Like, I think he's going into Miami regardless. You know what I'm saying?
So I think Messi leaves first, and then, but there's just a 0% chance Neymar plays with Mbappe without Messi there.
Oh, yeah. Charles, you were very familiar with the Neymar and Messi friendship, the connection, the winning, the championships the trophies they have won. Sir, what are your thoughts on PSG? Are they, first of all, they done in this competition, going back to Munich, excuse me?
They should have lost 4-0 to begin with.
Yeah.
If Bayern had anybody besides Choupo-Moting up fucking front, they would have lost. They would have won 4-0. I think they're going to get run in Munich. They, like everybody said earlier, like they're awful in the midfield. Verratti's, y'all sure he's nice? Because we've been gassing him up for years, and Italy didn't make the World Cup, and he don't really be doing that when I ever watch him play. The fact that like I'm so like of all those three, like I'm obviously like Messi can do whatever the fuck he wants. Like no matter what he's doing out there, like I still kind of give him the most of a pass because he's earned the right to kind of do that. It's the fact that like of the three of them, I feel like he's the one who actually tries the hardest. That's the thing to me that's like the craziest. Like when people like we talk about how they're like disconnected from the midfield, he at least tries sometimes to like come back and try to help them. Like, and he might try to dribble through three people and do some other shit, but he like Neymar just be kicking it. Like they have four, like, and I'm going to say
Charles,
5
why
because
is that? Because he didn't look like that at the Cup, right? With Brazil. He looked like he
can't do that for them. Can't do that for them.
He doesn't want to be there. Like
I was gonna say, is it just that he just tired of being there?
But he's him in Brazil. Like everybody's looking for him and all this other shit. Like he don't know how to play off.
And when in the Olympics, he brought and won in the Copas and stuff. Man, like he's been the best player on those squads, and that matters.
Look up to him.
Some of these motherfuckers would rather win the Copa in Brazil. Like for real,
it's bad. Like I said, they're just disjointed. Their whole offensive game plan is just hit that shit long and try to catch Mbappe. Like that's their whole plan. Like it's not a bad plan, but like
no, it is.
I mean, I'll give him a chance. He's bound to get like he's gonna get him a goal. Like he's gonna make some shit happen. But like they're just not very good. Like it's not to toot the Barca horn. It's different when we start a 16-year-old. When you do it, it's just like it don't hit the same.
Facts are facts.
Dude, I know he's 16. You shouldn't make fun of minors, but hey, chemistry class is still open, brother. If you want to make a little new decision, 9 to 5s ain't that bad.
Facts are facts. I mean, some folks need to get some more B League run. PSG out of the Champions League in 2 weeks, Charles, for sure.
Yeah. Like I said, unless one of their superstars does some superstar shit, but I don't see that happening in Munich. This is the beginning of the end of the PSG dream. I think what you guys all think Messi's going to go to Inter. I think he wants to play another year. Like he's still at a level where I think he wants to play another year competitive.
Inter Miami, not Inter Milan.
Yeah. But I think that's going to be the problem for him because I don't think he wants to stay at PSG. I don't think he wants to go to MLS just yet, and he doesn't want to come back to Barca. So, like, I think he's a bit of a man without a country on some level. Because I still think he's too good. He's still too good to me to go play in MLS.
I agree. I think the problem is, and you listen to the way him and Neymar talk. There's some blood that went down on them contracts. Like, I don't think they're allowed to play anywhere that doesn't have like a Saudi Arabian or Qatari like ownership. I think that's the problem, bro. Like if QSI buys one of the EPL teams, then yeah, the door's open for Messi to play in the EPL, or like maybe at Chelsea or one of them other teams. But they're not just gonna let Messi play for anybody. He won't be on Daniel Levy's team. Qatar not gonna let that fly. So like, I think the problem is they sold their soul and they just don't want to say. I mean, every time I hear them talk, I think back to the quote where Neymar said he didn't want to play in the World Cup. And then the Qatari prince told him, like, nah, you going to play. And he showed up and played.
Deion, you're done? Bayern's cooking?
I don't think Munich's very good. I'm anti-Germany. Someone on this podcast needs to be. The H-men don't like them. So, I don't think they're that good. I think PSG beats them, but like at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter if you get by Munich. Like it's a ticking time bomb. They're gonna lose. 2 of their big 3 don't want to play on the team, and that's a that's not going to fly like
Yeah.
the better teams you play.
Yeah.
They need Harry. They could win every competition if Bayern gets Harry.
Well, yeah, but like
every
Bayern
single
needs
one.
Harry?
Yeah, I think Munich needs Harry to go back to win the Champions League again.
They need a whole lot. They're not that good. Cancelo's cooked too. What a move by Pep.
Oh, I disagree. Really?
He stunk. What did he do?
I think it's.
Well, what did he do? Because as soon as they brought Mbappe in, it was like watching Usain Bolt run by people in the Olympics. He might not have done anything on the other end.
That's Mbappe.
But like the Carlos Soler, first off, that's a baseball name. Starting at striker, like I don't know what that is. Like Cancelo does nothing. What's the last good game Cancelo's had?
It's been a minute. I just am not thinking but I think there's some internal stuff with him and Pep of why that happened. But maybe it's I don't think
Pep's not at Bayern and he still stunk. So
sure, I don't know. They're not asking Cancelo to be a stopper right now. They have him playing more of a wingback situation.
They spent 70 M's on him.
Sure.
Well, no, not yet. They haven't decided if they're going to pick.
Well, they haven't yet. Listen, and that number will probably go down in half if he keeps playing the way he did.
Yeah, and it's wild because that's why I'm very confused because Madrid actually needed a left back, and he said he was interested. His agents and Madrid said, "No, we're good."
He stinks.
Mm.
Like what does it matter? He stinks. That's why they said no. He stinks.
Yeah, they may be. So you're the lone wolf though. PSG.
If PSG plays Mbappe on Cancelo's side, they might win 9-0. Boy, his quads are shaking in his sleep at the idea of Mbappe playing in a couple weeks. Hamstrings are pulling right now.
Quickly on Dortmund Chelsea, Enzo was the best player in the field. I'd say. Nope. Gio did not get any clock.
What? Didn't he play for like 10 minutes? Thought he came in like the 82nd. No?
I don't think so.
No.
You know ML don't watch the games. I'm pretty sure he came on in the 82nd.
I don't think so.
I'm going to double check. If he came on, that means you didn't watch. I'm like 90% sure he came
on. Brother, I watched because I thought Enzo about equalized the damn.
I clicked over and he didn't. No, I don't think he did. He didn't come on.
Yeah, Deion for real.
That's why. That's why I said, "Is he going to play?" That's why I asked, "Is he going to play in either leg?"
Deion for real. I honestly don't remember him coming on.
You hate to see something like that happen to such an American hero.
Real quick.
Greg Berhalter was right.
Greg Berhalter, come on, dog. Listen, back to it though. And Dortmund, Chelsea. Dortmund helped serve at the yellow wall. 1-0. X, you had some thoughts on Jude?
I think he goes to City. But
you had some thoughts about what you think of him.
Oh, I mean, he he got his Apple Watch on and he is closing on his rings. That's for sure. But I mean, other than that, I think he has one foot out the door, but he don't give a fuck.
Yeah, him and Mudryk next year are gonna be a problem though, because Duke can pass. He just don't really got no one really to pass to like that. But Mudryk, the way Mudryk run like he's chasing chickens in Florida, Jude gonna get the ball there. Jude will get it there. Mudryk might not do a thing after he gets the ball, but from the moment Jude passes it, watching him run after it's gonna be electric.
But if I recall, I was on this very same podcast when I was telling you about Mudryk's pace. He's he was running against fucking train conductors in Ukraine. That ain't real pace. You know what I'm saying? How could you tell? The video's so grainy, and now look at you.
I mean, listen. I hate to have something like this happen to Arsenal. They were going to get a steal of a player, and they were unable to close. Edu does it again. Maurice.
Come on, Charles.
He's my favorite player personally. I don't know about y'all.
Could Chelsea bring it back at the bridge and advance to the quarters?
Yeah, I don't like H-men, so I got Chelsea winning this one too.
Yeah, they definitely. I mean, they should.
Good.
They should. I mean,
Or the last time you seen them win a match that matters?
My thing is, once again, I keep asking the question. They signed 20 guys. Deion's man and Zhao are the only two that I see are good.
Well, Enzo.
And Kunku's going to be good.
And then Enzo got his ass dusted for the fucking goal. So,
Enzo. Zhao Felix, I don't think's that good. He's the one I don't think's that good.
I don't either.
Nah, you're bugging. He's good, bro.
He's not. He's a bust.
He would be good if you had a real striker and you convinced him to play on the wing. But I don't think he wants to do that.
If Chelsea signs him, he's going to be the most paid for player in history because he would have been sold for $100 million twice.
I don't think they're going to sign him because Chelsea can get somebody better.
But I'm whatever.
I just think they need. I don't understand. I just cannot. I understand with dynamics and all this other shit, but Aubameyang should be out there. They need a goal scorer. The man's a goal scorer.
He's bro.
No, the man. He has he's washed. He had 14 league goals last year. He's not washed.
He doesn't want to play. Y'all talk about it like he's just dying to get on the pitch. It's a mutual. He doesn't want to play. They don't want to play.
If he goes to LAFC, he wants to play.
He's not going to, though. He's the holdup in the deal. He doesn't want to play.
I understand. I'm just saying, but he wants to. But even if he wants
to come back to Europe, more than likely,
he's been building up PTO for 15 years. He's taken the year off.
It's like NBA players. Once you get bought out, then you're kind of just playing on minimums, right? There's no coming back from that. So if he goes to MLS, he's not coming to a top flight European club after that. So yeah, he's going to try and hold on as long as he can. But look, I've watched every Chelsea match. Bro, he was out there just doing nothing.
At the end of the day, I appreciate the $20 million that Chelsea just direct deposited to Barca for him. So it is what it is.
Yeah, there you go.
And listen, the Spanish government also appreciates that. Thank you so much, Chelsea. Taxes are paid.
Zhao's good, man. He's just not a striker. And they don't have any strikers out there right now.
No, I agree with that statement. The problem is he refuses to play any position that isn't striker. When he plays on the wing, he is lackadaisical. He doesn't want to do that.
Tottenham have a chance to advance, fellas?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're good.
Oh, yeah.
I think so, too.
Good shape.
Full 8 hours.
Go ahead, X.
Full 8 hours.
Go ahead, X. I know when you give us that look.
I'm genuinely shocked by the confidence in their voice because the group chat says otherwise. Honestly, I don't think they've seen a Hotspur match from beginning to end in maybe 6 to 7 weeks. ML, they got the same cable package you got when the Hotspurs is on. Because really, they just watching Barca.
Hold
on. I watched during the game. I said we're fine against Milan. What that means in the EPL, I don't know. But listen, Rafael Leao, I got some takes on Buddy, but the rest of that team stinks. That's the fact that they only won 1-0 at the crib. Tottenham's gonna chunk 3 up.
They should have won 2 or 3.
Yeah, that was I understand we lost the game, but we won. We won that game going into the second leg for sure.
Y'all could win 2-0 easily. Yeah. Unfortunately, do have a chance.
Oh, yeah. Or just force it to extra time. It doesn't matter.
We gonna score twice, and then we subbing everybody but Kane off. There's gonna be 10 defenders out there.
I mean, but you don't
That's
have
exactly what's gonna happen.
So you don't have 3.
Gonna be trying fucking Rabonas.
Bro, Conte is not going to try to score a third time. If we get 2, it'll be put everybody in the box. Kane, you stay at midfield. We're going to kick it to you. You do your thing.
All due respect to him.
It's going to be like a protest.
Nice.
It's going to be nasty. If we score twice early, the behavior of that team in the second half is going to be nasty.
Agreed on that front.
Not at halftime because I want to see y'all turn it up and start chasing 2 goals in the second half because then y'all are going to look fucking amazing. But we'll see how the first half goes.
I honestly thought they looked really good against Milan.
They got an early goal. What can you do?
They just couldn't score, which I understand that's the most important thing. But in comparison to how they've been playing for the last 2 months, I thought that was their best performance outside the City game. And I'm still confused how the City game even happened.
Bro, you know what pisses me off? Kane is infuriatingly good because he's not fast. But he's like that old man at the Y who's just slow, but the moves are just efficient and giving you buckets.
But he's the best passer when he plays, and he almost is the best finisher in every match he's in. That's just what he does.
But all right, but Son, Son is cooked, and I won't hear otherwise. Son is cooked. I'm sorry.
I don't think he's cooked, but he's not.
Son
He's
is
not
fucking
what.
cooked, bro.
I don't think he's cooked, but he's not what Charles and
The
Nketiah
man won the
want him to
fucking
be.
gold
Y'all-
last year. Y'all be just will forget.
Bro, if
Dang
it
it,
wasn't
Deion
Nah,
told me
nah,
that
nah,
Sonny
nah,
was
nah,
better
nah,
than
nah, nah.
Saka.
the motherfucker would have
Yeah,
one
Saka
goal in match
stinks.
play.
Bro,
Come on, dog.
I'm
But-
telling you,
Apologies.
it is the setup, it is the formation that is causing that. You're not hearing me.
I do think he's lost a step, Charles.
Cause see, the Sun highlights. Let me tell you, the Sun highlights I've seen. He was like a one-man fast break.
He
But now
doesn't have that
ran
space.
down.
He doesn't have that
He
space.
ran down. I don't know.
I don't think he has the speed. Like, he's still very fast. But, bro,
They should have the Gatorade bottle logo next to him.
I
when he's
haven't
running.
seen Harry even try to release him in 3 months.
Wait a minute.
No, he hasn't tried to do it the whole year. Like, Sonny's fast. But, dog, when that white boy at Chelsea runs, what's that Adrian Peterson meme? When he starts running, bro, that is fast. Like, he is fast, but there's new speed now. He ain't got that hood speed no more. When he's on Bayern next year, he gonna look just fine against the other H-men.
Wow.
But
Okay.
he ain't got that hood speed no more.
First off, Sonny will go to Bayern and ball. But
No, he would. He would. Oh,
he
yeah.
would.
Oh God, yeah.
I think he needs to change the scenery, though. I think him and Harry have
I
both
agree.
kind of done all
Atlanta
they.
United would be ideal. You know what I'm saying?
Hold it.
Like,
He'd be the best player on fucking Arsenal. Stop that.
Yeah, no, that.
Anyway, come on.
He would.
That's a fact.
He
Come
would.
on.
He-
Come
he-
We're
on.
not anywhere
He'd be the seven.
close
He'd be the
to
seven.
entertaining that, Charles. That's
No,
ridiculous.
that's a fact.
Come on.
He probably the only player on the
What
team.
would
with
Kyle
Champions
got to
League
do for you to
experience.
respect him? I thought you were English. You were an Englishman, Deion.
The man had won the Golden Boot last year, and you make it
I
like
truly,
Y'all the ones he's saying.
I'm just saying the
all due
formation.
respect-
I'm saying the formation.
with all due respect, I want to like Saka. As an English national team fan, I want to like Saka.
So what's
I
in that
do
to
not
like?
see it. I do not see it. I really don't see it.
Really?
I really don't see it.
Come on.
Y'all like force feed him the ball too. That's 99% of Arsenal's problem is like it's tunnel vision.
Because he can
I
actually.
wish Tottenham would do that with Sonny.
With
No, I don't
Martinelli,
want us
if
to
you
do
take
that with
away the
anyone.
inside
I want
pass-
us to play like fluid.
Listen,
We don't do that either, but we
Y'all don't have
stink.
players.
So like if your rebuttal to someone playing bad is I wish Tottenham didn't stink, newsflash, we stink.
I'm not
Bad.
hating it. Fair.
It's a bad team. It's just a bad team. I don't know how many different languages I can say it in. The team stinks.
I think
With that in mind,
Makayo is
I
just
just
still
don't think
overdeveloped.
Saka's that good. Like he's not bad. He's a good player, but for Arsenal to take that next step, like you need someone else in the attack that's better. If he's your best attacker, like I mean, you're cooked. And I don't see that being a thing.
Predictions: Aston Villa hosting Arsenal 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Deion time on Saturday. X.
1-0.
We are.
and it's ugly. It's an ugly
What-
match, but we squeak out one goal somehow miraculously.
So before City kicks off, we are back top of the league
With a game in hand. You know what I'm saying?
with a game in hand.
Game in hand FC.
Hey,
I like 1-0. Yeah, I'm with that. I'm willing to say that it's close to a must-win for morale purposes in the locker room. They just need. I mean, the team right now is just not there.
if
And
we
they-
roll out, let me
How in the
get in my
world is
prediction.
Villa not a must-win for Arsenal?
If we roll out the same front five, I'm changing my pick to a draw. That's my
Who
prediction.
needs to? All right. Who needs to start Saturday? We can.
Trossard. You need to start Trossard.
No, but give.
Honestly, I would say if you want to try Martinelli down the middle, put Trossard on the wing, fine, whatever. But if you put in Trossard for Martinelli, I still fucking hate it. You know what I'm saying? Get Martinelli off the fucking wing because if you cut off the inside track, he just dribbles out of bounds like it's fucking FIFA. Like it's disgusting.
Yeah.
You know, the man hasn't hit a cross in 18 matches.
We need to give Nketiah
What
a
does
rest.
Saka do when they cut off the middle?
What does what?
What does Saka do when they cut off the middle?
Bro,
Because that's the only
been
thing
double-
team's been doing to
They've
y'all.
been
for the
double
last-
teaming him, and he's still getting through, or at least drawing fouls, and at least giving us set pieces. That's a fact, Deion.
Or
I've been honest about my team.
that pieces or pins.
Anything about Arsenal on this podcast? I think I've been pretty forthcoming. You know what I'm saying?
Hang the free kick banner.
We are absolutely needing more depth. No email. No Smith Rowe. No Smith Rowe is killing us too. I will say we need Smith Rowe back healthy as well.
Oh my God,
we do.
ESR.
ESR. ESR 10.
Emil.
I'm a boy Emil.
Does he have a brother?
It's that. We just need depth, especially because we're about to be on that Wednesday, Thursday, Sunday shit real quick soon.
Emil, but if you twerking for Emil Smith Rowe, Pep getting full 8 hours. Pep going to bed. He got the little mask over his eyes, feet kicked up, sleep numbers on 53.
1-0. Then 10 a.m. Forest is hosting City. Deion.
17-0.
Literally.
Forest at the crib, mid-table for us right now. Very safe.
Mid-table for us.
Mid-table for us. Charles.
Nottingham Forest about the only team Emil Smith Rowe should be playing for.
Okay, dog. I'll clip it. Charles, I think this is a match that you with both teams, we actually have a lot of respect for Eddie Howe here, as well as obviously we have a lot of respect for Jurgen Klopp. Newcastle hosting Liverpool, 12:30. Pretty big match. And this is coming off the Merseyside Derby. Great win for Liverpool, 2-0 on Monday. Best week of soccer in a long time.
Liverpool showing signs of life finally.
Finally, right.
Finally got a little cohesion going. Newcastle's defense is top notch, so it's going to be an interesting battle to see. More interesting to see if Newcastle can get a goal. But I would 2-1 Liverpool. I think they're on the right track. I think they're getting it back together.
At St. James,
my boy Jota finally got back in the mix a little bit. So they're getting healthy. They're getting healthy at the right time with the right people. So slowly but surely, I think they'll be stepping in the right direction.
They go to 35 points and are back in the 6th, if that's the case.
That means they ride in the hunt to catch Arsenal too.
Okay.
If Liverpool win on Saturday, it becomes a 5-team race for the final 3 spots. That's all I heard.
What's your prediction, Deion? Who's going to win?
Liverpool's going to win. Arsenal Villa is going to be a draw too. Villa's going to do some nasty shit to y'all on Saturday. It's going to be 4:30 in the morning, 0 shots, both teams. It's going to be nasty.
Honest? Bro,
there's no chance I'm waking up for that shit.
No. The goalie's getting at least 1 yellow card for just not getting rid of the ball on a goal kick, just standing there with it.
Yeah, I can see them definitely time wasting for sure. Then we're going back to on Sunday, big matches. United versus Leicester City. Leicester City's been playing much better of late. I was wrong. Thought they would be relegated. They had picked up and formed Brendan Rodgers. 9 a.m. on Sunday. United within 3 points of Arsenal by Sunday at noon. Go ahead, Charles.
And not to mention Leicester does play some of all the they've taken Wolves' crown of like most entertaining team.
Yeah,
I watch Leicester games just because somebody gonna score.
Oh yeah.
Wait, from Wolves? There's no Wolves entertaining.
Wolves used to be really fun to watch.
Used to be
okay, before my time. All right. I thought you meant Wolves this year. I'm like,
no. They used to be like if Wolves is playing like you just for a neutral, like a Wolves game is like something gonna happen. And
that's
how
I feel like.
Yeah. When I pull up to a Leicester game, I'm like, man, Ryan Madison's gonna do something. Barnes might do some shit. Ian Nacho might pull one out of his ass. So I ain't got no problem watching a Leicester game. That being said, they're probably going to give up 5 goals. So it's going to be a lot of I expect every game they play to be 4 or 5 goals. So I can easily see a Marcus Rashford brace and probably like 4-2 United.
You don't think that Rashford gets just because he's so informed, you don't think he gets a rest though?
Shit, he might come on.
What did he get a rest for? He don't do shit for 60 of the 90 minutes.
come on, dog. 60 of the 90. Like, you still have to bury goals, Deion.
Is walking hard? That's
He
what
may
you
be
do.
the most informed. He's maybe the most informed player in the Prem.
What does that have to do with what I just said? That's just big words you're throwing out.
It's
Is walking hard?
Is walking hard? I get no. Walking's not hard.
That's what he does majority of the game.
Putting the ball in the back of the net against Barcelona, against City, against
he was walking
Arsenal.
out there majority of the game today.
Dog, come on,
The break
man.
was the first half.
But he's a 10 he's a 9 at sometimes with United. What more do you want him to do? When they play 4 midfielders up there, and then he's just supposed to find the back of the net.
Okay, I didn't say he didn't play good. I said he don't do shit majority of the game. What does he need a break for? He walking around the pitch. That is the break.
And Martial's hurt. Like, they ain't got the other striker right now. So.
Yeah. But my thing is this. It makes it – well, you know what? Because they got to make a decision too. Are they going to they actually have to make a decision quicker than City has to. Are you prioritizing the league? Because now if not from your midfielders, but Casemiro and they'll have Lissandro – and they'll have Sabitzer back because they got to get ready for that match at Old Trafford against Barcelona.
I think that's when the prioritization happens after that. It's if they win that game, I think they'll maybe go for that. But if they're out, I mean, I think it's the same thing for Barcelona. If you're out of Europa, then it's all for it. And if you're out of, it's all for it.
We still have a game in hand with United, but United is – Ten Hag's got them going. United win. Everybody says United over at Leicester.
I like a draw.
Oh,
I like a 2-2 draw.
Yeah, that's one of them desperation draws. That top 4 not so secure at the moment, so we need anything to happen.
Let's
Liverpool win, Man U draw.
All right. I got you down, X. We'll bring it up next week. Okay.
That's one of them. I'm praying for this.
But so are you. You prayed for an Arsenal.
I could get 2 fucks. I said y'all was not going to win the league. I'm now saying that the top 4 isn't secure. I told y'all once y'all lose, it's all going to snowball. Snowball's currently going on. It's winter, bitch.
X, I do want to know, just like, and I'm not even trying to be all the way funny, but like, as this is like your first real season of like digging in, like, how was it to be like 8 points up and see that shit like evaporate like that?
But it has.
No, but that's why you want that, because look, I was never under the impression we were going to run away with it, right? I thought
you sent me a picture of the jersey you wanted 2 months ago, talking about buy it now. I'm fat. You know how they get with double XLs.
Me being fat had nothing to do with that. I like like why would I was talking about customs, not my weight, but look.
Cheers, sir.
I knew that it would be close. Honestly, look, I'm gonna be honest. I was just praying for a fucking draw. You know what I'm saying? I was praying for a draw.
We talked before the match. Yes, sir.
But I will be in Manchester. We can beat them. If Jesus is back, we can beat them. You know what I'm saying? So I think it comes down to that game. You know what I'm saying?
I cannot wait to ruin X's fucking day that day in per. Oh God.
If we lose, I'm on the first thing smoking back to the States. I'm not even staying. I'm gone.
And we got to catch the train back to London. Oh, I'm about to go to your fucking head, bro.
Oh God, that'll be problems too.
Man,
you gotta hide the knife in the bushes, like Leo.
Yeah, then he gonna get me in a fight with a fucking City fan because he wants that shit.
I'm taking a shank in my jail wallet. Like, I'm gonna need it. I'm already convinced. You know what I'm saying? I'm prepared to get beat up, and the price of fucking doing business. But if we beat City, then I'm gonna drop whatever the bag is for Arsenal, Chelsea. If we get beat by City, then I'm watching Leicester, Everton, and just watching relegation football. You know what I'm saying? And that's
that'll be. I'll tell you what, there's going to be some inspired shit. That'll be 5 games left, and Everton's one of 2 teams that have never been relegated.
I wasn't even talking shit. I'm dead ass. Like, I think,
I hear you.
It's something I would want to go watch.
Say less, for sure. Tottenham hosting West Ham Sunday, the 11:30 match.
I'm so sick of playing that national TV game, bro. Remove us from the Big Six. For the get us all the way off of that time slot.
Here's the thing.
Yeah, y'all see punk ass Conte talking about he too sick to be on the sideline now?
Oh no, Deion! I was hoping you weren't gonna go there, but
he said it, not me.
But you called him a punk ass for having a gallbladder surgery?
Niggas have surgery every day.
How you make the trip to Italy and then just also couldn't make it back? How you make it to Italy and just couldn't make it back?
Surgeons though.
So he could be on the sideline in his hometown, but we ask him to be on the sideline at the crib, and all of a sudden, oh man, my gallbladder acting up again.
Yeah.
Y'all wow.
I would have left his bitch ass in Italy. He can go back to Juve and do all that illegal shit they was doing over there.
If Liverpool beats Newcastle and Tottenham gets 3 points against West Ham, Tottenham Hotspur will be 4th in the table.
That's assuming we don't get no sanctions because his bitch ass was doing all that shit at Juve. They haven't decided that yet. His stupid ass was doing all that shit over there. We might get in trouble for that.
This is true. This is true. But y'all
didn't have to lose points. All these other teams can lose points and be fine. We lose 15 points, we might get relegated. You want to talk about a team that could be playing in Champions Cup or whatever it is next year? It's Tottenham.
Look at that. That'll take him to 24. That'd be 5 points above the relegation line.
And we should lose more than 15 because our damn director or president and our manager was over there just blatantly committing felonies. Lock them both up.
Point remains. Tottenham.
And half our team was illegally signed by Juve, and then we signed them here. So honestly, actually, let me take it all back. If they cheated to get Kulusevski and Bentancur, you can have another gallbladder surgery, Antonio. Do whatever you need to do if we started cheating. If you cheated to sign Kulu the first time, and then all of a sudden we had a budget for him the second time, and that's why the damn loan hasn't gone through, stay off my sideline, brother.
Charles, y'all winning Sunday? It's West Ham.
Where's that? We hosting?
Yeah, y'all White Hart Lane.
We're gonna figure that out. And I'm guaranteeing Sonny gonna score.
Oh. Guarantee. I'm writing that down there.
Is Harry Kane not playing?
The next time I see you, the first
I could definitely see that. That's the type of team you could score on.
Sonny gonna score.
Okay.
Sonny a front runner. You know what I'm saying? That's what he is.
A front runner. He literally had. You see, this was. He literally. You went around these last 3 years. X. He was carrying Spurs on his back for 3 years.
Yeah, he's not a front runner.
He was carrying Spurs on his back for 3 years. No, last 3 years. And Harry's been like off and on hurt the last 3 seasons. Sonny's been carrying them.
Because his heart was in Manchester. He wanted to go to City real bad. That's why.
Look, I have no recollection of what happened before 14 months ago. So
yeah, y'all didn't close the deal.
No, they didn't offer enough money. Listen, I read the investigation. They were offering us the real money. I want the shit that they didn't want the EPL to know about. That's the money we wanted. We didn't get all that.
There you go. That's fair. Liverpool hosting
the taxable money. I want the oil.
Liverpool hosting Madrid next Tuesday. Anfield Nights, 8:00. 3:00 Eastern, 8:00
what
time
competition
in Great Britain. Champions League. Champions League. We're not used to that, X. We're not used to that.
Yeah, X said Tuesday game.
It said Tuesday game. He goes, wait, what? That's the other thing with Liverpool. They tough matches there at St. James, but then they host Real Madrid. If you need it, Charles, I will only say this just because of how bad. If there was a team that Madrid needed to play who had a worse midfield than them, even with their older age, is Liverpool. Liverpool's midfield is horrible and old.
Horrendous.
I have Madrid 2-1 in Anfield. Bugatti Benz is back.
Is Coochie Meni gonna play?
Or Capavenga?
What's wrong with y'all? Give me a prediction. Yes.
Can Hayes have a game that day?
Yes. Charles, your thoughts Tuesday night, Anfield Nights, baby. You gonna say
draw?
Yeah, I already draw. I know your face. You gonna say draw?
This one's in Liverpool.
Yeah, it's at Anfield.
3-1 Liverpool.
Okay, all right. Let's move on. 3-1.
No, they're gearing up. They're gearing up. They know their only shot at Champions League is to win Champions League, and you can see the gears going. Brother, it's going to be an all-out onslaught. Even if they lose, you're not going to sit there and be like, "Damn, they didn't try." Like they're going to have like 15 shots.
Jones is back. That gives me a little cause for concern. So I'm giving them more.
14 of them 30 feet over the fucking crossbar.
And they got Allison.
Listen, that might be fair, but there's not going to be a team in Champions League in the round of, what are they, in 16, that tries harder than Liverpool will in 2 weeks. That's all I'm saying.
Frankfurt hosting Napoli Tuesday night.
Yeah, ML love him some Germans, boy.
Let's come on, Tom. I want to see Napoli when the lights are on. I got Napoli
without talking about Germany.
I got Napoli with a 2-1.
Napoli 6
Napoli
4-1 against. So I'm gonna see the goal and a half. I'm gonna see the alternate line bet from you via text on Tuesday night or Tuesday.
Well, yo, how do I pronounce that one guy's name?
Postman.
No.
Yeah, you got it.
You know with the K's.
Oh no, I ain't gonna try that.
No, we're not even.
Yeah.
I've never heard anyone say his
now
He's
we
from
don't
Georgia.
want to try.
He's from
Now we
Georgia.
don't want to try.
Shout out Chile.
He's from
Roja.
Georgia. Yeah, he's from Georgia. That's all I know.
Fucking monster.
Like the country?
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah, you know, he's Eastern European. He wears number 77. You know, that's their 23.
Marcos Alonso. Listen,
I'm not gonna lie. If he's from Georgia, he's gonna be wishing he was playing on the other team.
All right, wait, real quick, and this is an Arsenal-related question. I like what I've seen of Jesper Lindstrom. Is he ass, or would you get excited to get him for like 20, 25?
Who is that?
Jesper Lindstrom. He plays for Frankfurt.
Let me make sure I take this one.
I don't watch the Germans
not a soccer
outside
fan,
in Dortmund
goddamn.
and Bayern. And I don't even really watch
I don't know who that is.
Listen, let me tell you
I just
something.
checked to
Let
see
me
if
tell you how
Gio played.
down bad I am. I've been watching championship soccer, watching Charlie Blackburn over there in fucking wherever he's at, Blackpool or Watford or whatever.
Nah, Patino, please respect him. Charlie Patino.
I've been watching. I've watched every Rangers match for the last 2.5 months. They stink. They're awful. But
you know who's nice being loaned out right now? The leading scorer in Ligue 1.
Fucking Farmers League.
Highlights
it's a Farmers
League. Boy. Real 20-year-old.
Versus Nietzsche. So we get to see that bum-ass Nicolas Pepe face off against the future.
Can't even drink at 40-40, but he out here.
Balogun can't drink at 40-40.
I don't think he's 21. I think he's 20.
I think he's older than that.
I think
I don't think Flo older.
He's 21.
Just.
Yeah, he's a Barcelona 30.
Yeah, he's 21.
So who's the best center back in the world?
Ronald Araujo.
And how old is he?
He's 23.
Mm-hmm. I know how old he is. 23, 6'3".
Yes. He's also not on loan to another team. He's also been playing on the first team for 4 years. What are you talking about?
I'm hit, but how many trophies in those last 4 years?
What does it have to do? He gets
paid. How good was
there? Balogun's check. He's been good. He's been great this entire time.
Balogun's nice, bro.
Balogun's check doesn't even come from Arsenal. What are you talking about?
Maybe going to PSG. He may be going to PSG. Yo, we could
not going to no PSG.
We could spend him for $70 million.
You're not going to no damn PSG.
Shut up. The moment he turns he claims to be American, he's going to Leeds.
And listen,
we could spend him for $70 million, dog. X, we be real nice. Oh,
you're not getting 70 M's for Balogun.
You can spin them off real nice, X.
The fucking hat trick against Reims. That's what's up.
And even if you get 70 M's for Balogun, what y'all gonna do? Get outbid? You can't close no deal.
We're going all in on Alabama. How did we going all in on Alabama?
The worst transfer window in the world was what that stunt Edu pulled for a full month, and y'all was up here twerking for 90% of the transfer window.
If we offered 85 for Caicedo, them niggas said no. What you want us to do?
Offer 105.
Oh, both of them coming down deck.
Offer
All right,
105.
Hey, Josh, about to be gone.
Fucking Caicedo's.
We're about to get Declan Rice and Caicedo next year.
Declan's washed.
Y'all,
That's-
first off, Declan's not that good. Second off, like
Declan's
I don't. And all that's going to happen is it's going to be a press conference. You know, we got outbid by about $5 million. We had our number. They went over the number. We don't go over our number. We stop at a certain number.
You mad because we didn't sign Sam McGuffey from Ukraine? It's pretty much what he was.
I'm mad because y'all spent $12 million on Jorginho after you got up here and said, I wouldn't have spent 15 on João Felix.
Mudryk is.
I didn't say that. I did not say that.
I'm not talking about you, X. I'm talking about Nketiah.
Look, I said.
What did I say about that?
You say
I was not working for Mudryk at all.
No, I said you said 15 or 20 million for João Felix is too much, and then y'all spent 12 million on a dude that was headed to the Italian Serie B.
Yeah, no.
On a free.
Wait, because if Albert Lokonga was out there yesterday, it would have been even horrendous. We have a backup.
You can't score goals. João Felix would have solved all the issues that Nketiah brings. And he's better than Gabby Jesus. What are we talking about?
Because we didn't have the guarantee of whether we were going to get him.
You're a habitual fucking line stepper, Deion. You were right. You just had to jump out the fucking window. Yes, he is better than Eddie, and he would solve a lot of our fucking problems. But no, he's not better than fucking Gabby.
Jorginho don't solve a single problem besides he's going to help Partey get off of his case.
In fairness, he's a competent enough backup against 17 out of the 20 Prem teams, but he's not a competent backup against fucking City. You know what I'm saying?
He had a fine. He wasn't
starting against every team in the EPL, though.
But here's the thing. Look, it's the timing of it, right? I'm sure they weren't planning on signing him early on, but at that point, I would have been mad if we didn't sign him because it's like you're gonna rely on fucking Partey to stay healthy the rest of the year. Like that, you can't do that. And I mean, they did what they could do. You know what I'm saying?
Edu,
I was twerking for Mudryk. I'll admit, I was twerking for Mudryk. I was twerking for João. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, if y'all did get Mudryk though, like I will say, Martinelli plays striker, Mudryk plays on the wing, guaranteed. I do like you have like that.
Yeah, because if you spend that much money, you have to start him. So yeah, and that's what I think Chelsea's doing.
I would have drove Martinelli to the airport myself, played Gabby up the middle, Mudryk on the wing, and then Gabby would have been hosting the fucking trophy. You know what I'm saying?
Gabby can't extend his knee fully yet. I'm talking about at the current moment.
Oh no, I took it.
He calls him Gabby. It was Inter Milan hosting Porto.
Who?
Champions League. Inter Milan hosting Porto. It matters because these are people that will be in the draw for Tottenham if they advance.
And
we lose in next round anyway. I just want an extra game during the week.
Yeah, I got you. So, out of respect, Inter Milan, Porto, Charles.
Inter.
Their host. Okay.
I don't even know if
for them right now. Last one. Y'all say y'all were. I got two.
How does Juve get caught for money laundering, but Inter don't do none of that?
Well, they did win the league a couple years back, but
because they're in the big cities, they're not in Turin.
This is what I was talking about before we started recording. All of ML's takes are based on 5 years ago. It's okay for money laundering because they won a league in 2002.
There you go. Line stepping. There you go. Line stepping. Like you. Where you at? Stop the yard. Line stepping. There you go.
That's what you said.
All the stuff about City is from years ago, Deion. This is what it is. I'm trying to tell you.
No. City did that this summer. City ain't got no 180.
They're guilty for a lot of stuff, bruh. Last 7 years.
They're still doing it. City probably paid Bayern to take Cancelo with oil money. What City's doing is grade A felonies.
Speaking of City, because you had some thoughts because you weren't sure whether Leipzig or City. Leipzig is hosting City next Wednesday, 3:00. Deion, go ahead with your prediction because you say you weren't sure.
My favorite player, Mudryk, his running mate plays for Leipzig. Two of my adopted sons. I got Leipzig 2-1.
Yo, I love watching Leipzig. That's because of FIFA. because they got like 4 young stars from FIFA, so I always watch them. They're good. I got City 2-1.
Yeah, in Boo Boo. How do you say his name?
Come on, dog.
Yeah, they be acting anyway. Whatever his name is, they be acting like him and Pedri the same age. Son, like 25.
Man, listen.
No, Chelsea fans as delusional as Arsenal fans, bro. They just decided bro's 19. He damn near middle age. He can rent a car.
I hate this one.
Come on, bro.
He's nice. Don't get me wrong, but they act like he's 18. Bro finished high school a decade ago.
He is that ass 25.
Bro, he can rent a car. You talk to a Chelsea fan, you think he's 17 years old.
Yeah,
he's been playing for Leipzig for like a decade.
Shout out Danny Olmo, Leipzig. And Kaku's nice, man. But I hear what you're saying. Like, there's ages and etc. Wow, Charles, you think Leipzig's winning over City?
Fuck no, Julian Alvarez. It's
got to start right.
You 3-1 City
in Germany.
Would you rather drop the back for Gavardio or for Jude?
Gavardio.
Right?
I think Gavardio is going to be the best center back in the world here very soon.
He's fire. Pause.
Yeah, he's fucking amazing.
Gavardio. And speaking of center backs, boy, y'all brushed over the fact that French Virgil van Dijk didn't play that good.
Nah, he was fine. He played terrible in the weekend, though. I ain't gonna lie.
No, he wasn't that. He was not fine against City.
Tony, no. It's not him. I'm trying to tell you where the glaring errors were. Tommy.
No, it was about all 11. The only player that played good was Ramsdale.
Man, listen.
You can see why France didn't play.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you this right now. It's a little different. The competition's up a little bit. Actually, I'm kind of happy because we probably saved ourselves about 20 mil on the wages. The link up play. Let's not go back to that. All right, so we got Leipzig.
No. Let's not. Saliba gonna be fired for PSG soon.
Okay, dog. Let's move on.
Saliba gonna be fired. He's built for Liga 1.
All right, man. Liga. Come on. Dog. And the last one.
In all types of hell.
Are we gonna get together?
Balogun's gonna commit to the U.S. Play Saliba. Say, fuck, I'm going back to England. I don't actually want to play. I want to sit on the bench.
We getting together Wednesday after Champions League, or are we gonna get our Barcelona United prediction now?
Oh, Barcelona wins that one. Barcelona wins the next one.
If you hadn't put a bet in, you still think that too?
Nah, I put a bet in on today. I don't do futures. I think that's just weird. I'd rather just bet every game and lose until.
Okay. I apologize.
I bet on today. They're gonna win next week. All that Rashford stunt shit, it's over.
Dead.
The black people gonna follow him next game.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna get the tactics right. We're gonna have to, without Gabby and Pedro, we're gonna have to play a 4-3-3. So we're gonna, I think Ansu did enough to where they're gonna. It's better to play a 4-3-3 than to try to get Sergio Roberto or Pablo Torre playing in the midfield. So
y'all need Boussy's back next week.
If Boussy's back, it's a wrap because
What's wrong? What's wrong with him? Old age?
Just rolled his ankle.
Pedro in the quad. That's 2 weeks, right?
Pedro's out for a month. He's out for a month.
Y'all can win without Pedro at Old Trafford.
If we have Boozy, yes.
So you're nervous a little bit.
You're nervous, yeah. But I think, like I said, if we have Boozy, then that will allow Frankie to go forward and kind of take up some of that slack. But if Frankie has to be the pivot, there's nobody going forward.
I don't know how we do it, but I need Frankie to do the box-to-box thing Charles keeps talking about on here. Because right now, I just see him. He just stand in the middle of both boxes.
Pivot. That's his job. That's what they're asking him to do. That's exactly what he's doing.
I need the box to box though. If you just stand in the middle of both boxes, you're technically. I get what you're saying,
but like when the center back split, he has to, and he in the middle now. That's how. But like he pushes like I said, if Boozy plays, that allows him to push a little bit forward. He'll be okay. I would like to see a little bit more out of fucking what's black as hell's name? Cassie, just black as hell. But I wish he would do something.
That was his alias.
Where is he from?
He's Ivorian. He's Ivorian.
What is that?
Ivory Coast.
Oh,
Where is that?
Africa.
Say the name again. Alvoria.
He's Ivorian.
Ivorian.
Like Ivory Coast.
Yes.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're saying.
We did. Just say Ivory Coast for me next time.
I thought he said Ivorian. I was like, what the fuck is Ivorian?
Ivorian.
I thought they said he was Honduran. I said. I honestly.
Well, threw me off because X talked about he was Rican and the goat. I'm like, wait, what?
I'm Rican.
Does he actually play for Ivory Coast, or because I feel like he plays for
he's in the Cav.
Yeah.
Well, he runs like he was born in the Ivory Coast, but plays for Germany.
I can see that. Nah, he's got to adapt. I like him, but he just runs into people like.
Pedri's quad was doing one of these. When I seen the replay, I said, "Yeah, he's not playing for a little while." His quad was thumping. You could see it on the TV.
Mm-hmm.
That shit was nasty.
Pedrino, the game changed when he was out. That boy's always he's running shit.
I know it's gonna be 5 points back.
Had Bruno in a body bag.
8 points clear.
The dude they brought on for him, I know he's young and all, but
who?
Sergio Rosa or something like that.
Sergio Roberto's old as shit.
Is he?
Yeah.
I thought the announcer said he was dumb young.
No, he's old.
He plays like it, so that makes sense.
Yeah. He scored one of the greatest goals in the history of the club, but
sorry, his education's still early.
I know.
No, that does nothing for me. That's it's like how Madrid's about to win the Club World Cup.
Oh no! Wait, if I show you the video of the Remontada, you'll never look at PSG the same.
This is Pace Merchants. I already don't.
No, you will lose all respect you have for.
Oh yeah, and Emery.
Remontada.
They had to get rid of him right away. That was crazy. That was one of the craziest things I've ever seen. I remember Charles. We talked right away after that. That was crazy. We are still. Ooh, this is interesting. So y'all got Almeria. Y'all shouldn't be worried about that. Y'all gonna be all right.
You going down Barca's schedule?
You need him back for Athletic Club. No.
Bro, they play like Cadiz and shit.
Yeah. I'm saying the next 3 weeks they cool.
Pedri can take 2 months off. They'll be all right. They're playing Villarreal.
First week, March Madness is first weekend, and then Barcelona and Madrid on a Sunday.
He's not playing in the Copa. They said it's highly unlikely he plays in that game.
Yep, I ain't getting a dub there. Get these
Does
two
Wemby
trophies.
have a game that day?
Hey, but he could be back for the April 5th joint, though.
Y'all, NBA playoffs start that weekend. Y'all know y'all team don't like to actually play soccer. They like to watch.
There's a chance 2 out of 3. You see that, Charles? It's ridiculous. Charles, 2 out of 3 weeks we got Classicos.
Yeah, I might pull up on Indy on you. You come to Indy and pull up on you and just disrespect you in your face.
Bro, see, that's that shit I was talking about, bro. And the same goes for them fake-ass London derbies. If you having the shit every week, it just doesn't mean the same.
Yes, because of it. But they're for trophies every time. You will understand very soon.
El Clasico, the 19th version.
We ain't.
Listen, you'll get it. You'll get it soon. Bro. You'll get it.
All that matters. And when
you win them all, it doesn't matter the whole fucking season. So throw a fucking parade for the winner. You know what I'm saying? League is stable, bro.
Nah, man, but we were all in a battle with Atletico a couple years back. The shit it matters, bro.
NBC was over there talking about it's a North versus East London derby. I said, bro, how many of these we got?
It's the Merry side, the Merry side the other day.
Yeah, but that Liverpool Everton is a.
Yeah, I know. That's historical.
Yeah. Tottenham ain't played a game that wasn't a London derby since the World Cup.
Y'all got one Sunday.
We got them every week. They don't matter to me no more.
They missed the Arsenal yet. I understand. Fellas, it is so good to have the Champions League back.
Talking about this, the Man London derby. I can't do the derbies no more. No more derbies. If it
X, when you come on, we need you to give us a nice little betting, a little Martin Parlay special. Since you have been on last, you called Argentina winning the World Cup in penalties. Big bet that you won. Phenomenal. Didn't get the Jordan 4s, but that's because,
Honestly, I played the competition wrong, but that's not going to happen again.
Yeah.
But I'm embarrassed. I'm ashamed. My family's embarrassed. My mother called me. She told me she was embarrassed. So, but
Yeah. It happens. Shout out to our boy Deion McCullough.
Yeah, what I really wanted, I'm not gonna lie, I thought about it last night after I already told you the shoes I wanted. What I really want, I want a hot dog from your wife's restaurant.
Next. Shut up. You can talk about.
I know that hot dog's fire too. That's why I want it.
The previews. Charles, give us some lasting thoughts, brother. Big, obviously, 8 points clear. Barcelona, your boys. There's a chance that Tottenham could be top 4 by the time we get back together again. Pause.
Charles, a.k.a. Kenyon Martin, in his prime. You know what I'm saying? The first 14 and a half years of his career.
We don't mess with Cincinnati dudes, bro. Yeah, that's too close. That's too close for us.
Yeah,
I've seen Charles embarrass UC.
Yeah, the bounce facts, but
Friday after Thanksgiving, we murdered them.
Yes.
Neither one of y'all live in Ohio.
Nah, but you don't understand. Our shit runs deep, bro. There's just things we'll have to just explain it to you.
Won't play like that.
We'll have to explain to you when it comes to Madrid and Barca. Everything matters. Anything not Dayton and Ohio, like it's us versus everybody. Like forget it.
I can tell you right now, if I was on Cincinnati and they said our biggest beef is with Dayton, I'm sleeping real good at night.
Nah, their biggest beef is with the other bums who never made a Final Four either. Beef is with the other bums who not made a Final Four. Them, let me chill.
I wasn't talking about all that.
Yeah, let me chill.
I was talking about
Southwest Ohio is ours. It's a wrap. Those appreciate the lasting thoughts, Charles. My man, let's go. Barca.
I mean, I just want to point out that no matter how bad things went today, we didn't have to play Eric Garcia. And that is such an upgrade from last year when we were in dire straits. I do, I want for all the people that listen to this know that like there's a hidden thing that Deion and I have been slowly working on. We are slowly converting everybody in this soccer chat, besides Lawson, to being a Barcelona fan. X is fighting it because he hates us, but the kits are fire. The kits are fire. The style of play is fire.
With the exception of the one Deion's currently wearing. I don't know what monstrosity that is. But outside of that one, like the one you're wearing is fire. No,
you don't outline of Barcelona.
You guys see the details on his jersey are fire.
They are, bro.
The detail of his jersey is elite.
Listen, my grandmother has a tablecloth just like that. Like I appreciate the craftsmanship, you know what I'm saying? But honestly, I would love to be a Barca fan because the kits are fire. But I feel like it's cowardice because we're going to be in Champions League together next year. And then what do I do? You know what I'm saying?
Listen, y'all might not be in Champions League next year.
Relax. Okay?
I
want to put that, but I ain't even giving that satisfaction.
Henry jersey out of your cart just yet because...
Oh, no, that's gone. The bigger question is if you get in fifth or not. First is rear view mirror.
All right. Beyond any lasting thoughts? Any lasting thoughts, D?
One of my teams is in first place. Yep. Listen, the other one ain't that far behind Arsenal. That's all I'm saying. Don't let us get Qatari money and top 4 because Tottenham will make some splashes in the summer. I was looking at the little revenue thing. I got beef with how much money we spend. We make way too much money to be pinching pennies, but it is what it is. All that shit's about to change. The world's about to turn upside down.
Suffered the first loss at the Emirates all season. It happens. We are not champions material quite yet. However, the title race is absolutely on. We have to be honest that it is a 3-team title race currently right now.
The 2 teams.
Game in hand. 3 teams.
It's a 2-team race. City and the Cops. If the Cops are able to catch up to City in time and subtract them points, then Arsenal jumps back into the race, and the only people that are chasing them are the officials.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, let me chill.
Uncle Sam, maybe.
All right, this
IRS.
is going to sound blasphemous. I would rather finish in second than win it because of a point deduction. I won't be able to
that's fair.
celebrate that.
That's respectful.
Yeah, that's what's wrong with that. We ain't taking that. Yeah.
I disagree.
We pie with you because you're at least an honorable person.
20
You know what? Nah, we don't. We don't want the trophy if that's the case.
Now
Nah.
next year, take away 40 points from the motherfuckers. I don't care about next year, but for this year, let's play the season out and let the best man win.
And that's what I think they're gonna do. And then honestly, it's turned up Pep. But listen, all is absolutely not lost at the end 5. We are still battling on 2 fronts. We need to get some people. We need to get some people healthy. But it is a long season. There are 48 more points to go. We have an opportunity to still win a trophy. 48 points for a city. Do not let anybody else tell you. Yes, they're going to prioritize the Prem if they can, but these people want Champions League more than anything. It's why Pep wakes up. It's why they think they signed number 9 and why they signed Alvarez. We are going to catch these dudes. We're right neck and neck. We are going to catch them. We will be fine. April is when this shit really gets going. April is when this. It don't matter. We play them again, and we play Liverpool and we play Chelsea. April is when it gets going. We're done with
title race. Don't start till we pull up.
Telling you what it is, bro.
When me and X land and when we touch down, the title race starts.
Hear me when I say X. We are fine. We are fine, brother. And your first week.
We're in a slump. What we need to do is bust Villa's ass this weekend, like 3-4-1. And if that happens, we gotta stop the slide because right now shit is out of hand.
This team was never a 100-point team.
We're fine. We're fine.
It's going to take 88 to 90 points to win. It's going to take 88 to 90 points to win the league, per usual. So, and we're okay. We're okay. Honestly, our number, we cannot give up more than 12 points the rest of the year.
And I changed my mind. I want an Arsenal Mikel Arteta jersey autographed, Deion, if we win the title.
Yes, sir.
I got you. I'll take one of those too after y'all finish in 5th, and then Arteta goes to Barcelona.